What's up, guys? Hope everyone is doing amazing today. So today I want to speak about the three option rule. And it's an incredible rule that me and my brother have been following. And I actually learned that rule from my brother. My brother is always three steps ahead of everyone, of everything. And it amazes me every day that he's always so ahead. Me, I'm more of a conservative person. I don't like too many changes. When it comes down to business, you need to learn to be uncomfortable, and be comfortable and be uncomfortable. And my brother, like, he basically is literally comfortable when he's uncomfortable. And I needed to learn how to do this. Let's be honest, it's not easy every day. I'm not the same person like him. We're different, like literally two different entities, and I think that's why we work so amazingly well together. But there's certain things that I like that he do, and I think it's the big brain entrepreneur that he has that do those things. And I basically took his advice over the years, and that's what I'm following. That's one of the rules that I'm following. And the rule itself, it's pretty simple. Is the golden rule for succeeding in business is never relying on just one thing. My brother and I always abide by the three option rules, ensuring we have 3 to 5 backups of everything. Well, the first thing that you need to understand is nothing lasts forever. If you think that something lasts forever, then it's not true. Like, nothing in this world lasts forever. At one point, sadly, your family is going to pass away, your pets are going to pass away, your cars are is going to be broken, your house at one point is going to be sold out or destroyed or whatever happens, but nothing lasts forever. The food that you eat doesn't last forever. Like, there's so many things. So what you need to understand, if you want to be really good in business, you never want to wait until something happens to you. You always want to be a step ahead. But the thing with my brother, he's always 3 to 5 steps ahead. So when something hurts him, doesn't really hurt him because he's already 3 steps ahead. He has already three backups. So maybe it hurts him a little bit, but not compared to other people that only rely on one thing. Like, let's say an example of thing that will, try to have 3 times is multiple business managers with Facebook. So we will try to have multiple different BMs, and by having different BMs, if one of them gets shut down, we're not like, oh, today we cannot test products. No, we have multiple BMs open, and they're literally warmed up every single day. So if one of them, for an odd reason, because it could happen for an odd reason, just get blocked and we cannot advertise on it anymore, we still have other ones. So we're always consistently making sure that our business never stops and the testing continues always. So how to prevent that is by not relying on one. Let's be honest, guys. This rule that I'm speaking about, you don't need to do it right away. The first thing that you need to do is master your craft. The moment you master your craft, you master the art of dropshipping, and you have things that are going relatively well, then you can start to invest into, having more than one thing and more than one thing to back you up and not relying on one thing. Again, on here on the second thing is having multiple suppliers. Even if you choose the same supplier every time, me and my brother, we choose most of the time the same supplier because he gives us the best price. But the fact that we have multiple suppliers allows us to keep doing drop shipping at a higher level. Even if, some suppliers give us higher prices than others, the fact that we have multiple trustworthy suppliers will allow you to never be like, let's say, if you get scammed by one supplier or your supplier doesn't reply to you anymore, then you have multiple options. And by having those multiple options, like, again, you make sure you have less stress in your business. So that's another point. Another thing is multiple employees. Guys, let's be honest. Employees are human. So you're going to have people that are going to tell you like, oh, I was sick yesterday. Oh, family passed away. My daughter's like it is whatever the reason is. It's all understandable reason, but your business still needs to run. So by having multiple employees that knows every side of your job, they will be able to cover if one or more are going to, let's say, go away. And that employee that covers them, then you'll be able to give them a premium until you hire those other basically employees. So that's another thing, having multiple employees. Let's say you go to the supermarket. The fact that you go to the supermarket and there's people there, it's because they have so many people and they have even backups that when, let's say, someone says, "Oh, like I go away, like this is not my job anymore. I just quit in the middle." He quits in the middle, doesn't give 2 weeks notice. They already have someone there in a matter of 30 minutes. They literally have someone there new that is ready to go. Why? Because they have backups, and that's what you need to do. Multiple websites. Again, you don't want to rely on a one website. Later on, you want to have multiple. If you're doing drop, obviously, if you're doing a brand, it's a different thing. Like you want to build everything around your website, around your branding. But if you're doing hardcore drop shipping, later on, when you're making multiple, 6, 7 figures, you want to make sure to have different websites. So if people try to track you down, well, you always have multiple websites, so they cannot fully track you down. You don't want to have, I'd rather have, let's say, five to 300, like 5 to 200K store than $1 million store. Why? Because if you have that, then people can track you down and can literally see everything that you do. So it's better to have multiple websites so you're less likely to get tracked down. So again, that's why we have multiple backups. Another thing is, let's say that's crazy, but payment processors. Some payment processors like Stripe, we have the option of, let's say, Stripe and Shopify payments. At least we have two. Um, we have also PayPal, but we always use 99% of the time Shopify payments. But we know that if we have a problem, we have other options in our hand, that those Shopify processors have been warmed up and won't have any problem or will sustain until we fix our problem. And by doing those things, then you will make sure at 100% of the time that you will have less stress in your business, because it's not the same thing to have one problem and one solution for it. And if this solution doesn't work, then what do? You will start getting crazy. That's why the reason, I knew this strategy and I learned it from my brother since I was doing influencer marketing. Because that's the thing with influencers, it's crazy because when you do influencers marketing, like when I was doing back then in the days, what happened is you start doing influencer marketing, and by doing influencer marketing, you find a good influencer, and now you will test multiple products with that same influencer. And that influencer is going to make you thousands of dollars because you just changed the product. So different audiences, the audience is profitable. So one influencer can literally make you 10K back in the days in terms of profit in a matter of a week. But everybody, when they find that one influencer, they stopped. Me, no, I was like, okay, I need a consistent stream of new influencers coming in. So I don't rely on one. And what I ended up with like 30 to 50 highly profitable influencers. So if one of them was sick, one of them didn't want to do the job with us anymore, we always had new influencers down the pipeline. So yeah, guys, this is literally what you want to do. And I know it seems like maybe a bit too far for certain of you, but always things a step ahead. Always think like by having like, different things and making sure that you're well prepared. Because again, you cannot rely on one thing. Everything is so unstable in life. We have COVID, we have everything like this. You know, It's it's so crazy. Like how the world is, and who believed that we would have COVID? Like nobody would believe that we would have that, but it's something that we did have. So what happened is, well, if that happens, then we need to find a solution. So if things are more expensive, you need to find solutions. So if we had that problem, then we need different ways in order to maybe we won't never use the backups. Maybe we will never use the backups, but at least they're there if just something happens. So yeah, guys, this is the video of today. Wish you all an amazing day, and hopefully you take some insight out of those videos because they're very important. Wish you all an amazing rest of your day. Take care and peace out.